The Petrodollar Paradox: Why the World is Getting Poorer and How It's Designed. The 15th of August, 1971. A date that changed your life forever, though you were never told why. On this day, President Richard Nixon didn't just end a policy, he ended the world's connection to reality. He cut the dollar's tie to gold, and in its place, a ghost was born, the petrodollar. Have you ever wondered why the US can print trillions of dollars while other nations collapse? Why gas prices in Africa or Asia rise when a bank in New York fails? You are living inside a giant financial machine, a paradox that creates paper growth while silently destroying your purchasing power. When gold was gone, the dollar needed a new anchor. The solution? Oil. In 1974, a secret deal was struck. Saudi Arabia would price oil exclusively in US dollars. In exchange, the US provided military protection. This meant every country on Earth, from Japan to Germany, suddenly needed dollars to buy energy. This is the ultimate privilege. Since the world must have dollars, the US can print them almost without limit to fund its own economy. It's an illusion of growth, fueled by global necessity. While the world works for money, the US simply prints it. But here is where the paradox turns dark. When the US prints too much, it doesn't just create inflation at home, it exports it to you. When oil prices rise, countries must scramble for more dollars. Their local currencies weaken, and suddenly your food, your fuel, and your electricity become more expensive. The GDP numbers in your country might look higher, but your quality of life is dropping. This is not an accident. It is a systematic transfer of wealth from the productive hands of the global population to the printers of the reserve currency. Money flowing from oil nations to Wall Street, then as loans to developing countries. The system is a closed loop. The trillions of dollars paid for oil return to massive international banks. These banks then loan that money back to developing nations with interest. This is the global debt trap. Nations rich in resources like Nigeria or Angola find themselves trapped. Their oil exports are high, but their budgets are consumed by paying interest on dollar-denominated debt. At the top of this pyramid, the financial elite and military-industrial complex grow wealthier, while the global middle class fights a losing battle against a rising cost of living that never ends. The petrodollar paradox has created a world of quantity over quality. We have more money than ever before, but it buys us less. We have record growth, but record inequality. The system was built on a promise made in 1971, but the cracks are starting to show. As nations look for alternatives to the dollar, the illusion is fading. The question is, are you prepared for what happens when the paradox finally breaks? Welcome to the Money Illusion. Subscribe and let's decode the reality together.